we're about to react to the Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy trailer. This is the gameplay reveal that came out today during the PlayStation State of Play reveal. So I think this was dedicated. It was like a full, as we can see, it's like 14 minutes. It was all about the Harry Potter thing. I'm super interested in this. This was revealed by PlayStation, but it is still going to be a multi-platform game. So it's going to be out for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Hell, it might even come out for Nintendo. I don't know about that, but I guess we'll see. So without further ado, we're going to check this out. I am interested, to say the least. Some of my favorite video games when I was younger were the Harry Potter, like Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets. They aged terribly. Like the graphics now, if you look at them, they suck. But back then, when that was what you had to deal with, fun games, very cool general Harry Potter experiences. I really enjoyed it. So hoping that this kind of recaptures that, but in a more modern sense. So let's check it out. So you found my channel, but you thought, man, I like this guy's content, but I'm just not going to subscribe. I'm just going to watch the stuff and then leave. You couldn't just click the button. You just had to, you'd watch the thing and then you'd go. Is that what it is? Not gonna leave old Mr. Hyde Rager a subscription? You're better than that, huh? Okay. That's fine. That's fine. PlayStation. You guys just let me know if this is too loud or too quiet.
Lumos.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
I'm a fan of the soundtrack immediately. I should know what some of those creatures were. I mean, obviously I know what the centaurs were, but I should know what some of those creatures were because I read like the original Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, like the in-universe book, like 15,000 times as a kid. I got a little collection that had that and a couple others. I am not a Potterhead anymore, but as a preteen and like a young kid. Oh man, I was so into Harry Potter.
Welcome to Hogwarts Legacy. You're a new student at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry with a unique ability to manipulate powerful ancient magic hidden in the wizarding world. You'll need to uncover what's behind the return of this forgotten magic and who is seeking to harness it to destroy wizard kind, as you may be the one that decides the fate of the entire wizarding world.
Is this so? I'm sure we'll find out. I'm gonna quit pausing here in a second. But is this a single player adventure, or is this the like MMO type game that had been teased in the past? I guess I'll play and we'll watch it, but. I remember that there was like an MMO that was teased in the past, and I can't remember if this is that or if this is something else.
But before you can study magic and begin to solve these mysteries, you must create the witch or wizard you want to be. When you arrive at Hogwarts, you will be sorted into one of the 4 Hogwarts houses: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin. After you settle into your dormitory, you will meet up with your housemates in the common room. You will then need to attend classes, and you do have some catching up to do, as you were starting Hogwarts late as a 5th year.
So you are the new student.
This is a 5th year, huh?
You'll begin your studies attending charms, defense against the dark arts, herbology, and potions classes, to name a few.
Ah, hello, class. Please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education
I wonder
on
if
the
this is
art
going to be
of
an
charm
entirely
work.
new
But I
like a
am
new
confident
cast, or if
you
we're
will
going to
take
get some
hold
returning
with the passion
faces.
and rigor requisite of such a challenge.
The best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Well, well, well.
You may begin.
Not bad for a beginner.
Dunked on him.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school.
Here you'll meet your professors and learn to cast spells, grow magical plants, brew potions, and more. In between classes, you'll be able to explore the castle famous for its secrets, enchantments,
Very
and mysteries.
cool. The scale looks like it's right.
You'll
Like,
discover
it's-
dungeons and
there's a
secret
ton of shit.
passageways, as well as challenging puzzles that will require magical skill and a clever mind to solve. You may even find yourself in iconic locations you've never been able to explore before.
One thing, sorry to pause again. I do, that thing happened where he like whipped the thing, and then the picture turned into a door, and that I know it's Hogwarts, it's the Wizarding World. Everybody's used to magic, but I still would think that maybe when something secret was revealed, the student that was walking by wouldn't go, "Oh yeah, okay," like a little bit of reaction. Hopefully that's not indicative of how they'll react in the final game, because that is the NPC uncanny valley is deep there, boys. It's pretty deep.
It's the late 1800s, so while the common
this
rooms
isn't
and
past
classes
then.
may be familiar, most of your professors will not be. However, you may recognize a few faces.
All in good fun. Once Sir Patrick lets me join the Headless Hunt, I'll be right there with them. This offering is sure to win them over.
Don't forget why I'm here, sir.
You'll come to
Okay,
know
that
this
answers my
eclectic
question.
group of talented witches and wizards in class and while completing side assignments that are part of a special curriculum, ones designed to help you catch up with the other 5th years at your own speed.
Pretty cool.
Lumos.
Opportunities for adventure abound in the area surrounding Hogwarts. The magical abilities you learn to master through your schoolwork will soon become tested as you unravel a dangerous mystery by working alongside the accomplished and yet enigmatic Professor Fig to try and discover if the rumors of a mounting goblin rebellion hold any weight, and if the safety of Hogwarts lies in the balance.
I have opinions differ as to how great a threat he really is.
Ranrock's loyalists are
Seems
capable
to
of
clap
so
his
much
cheeks.
more than people realize.
The wizarding world of this era is fraught with dangers. Creatures corrupted by a magical force, powerful goblins, and sinister witches and wizards, all willing to fight, even kill, to achieve their own goals. In fact, there's an uneasy alliance between the goblins and
What if this
dark
game is like
wizards.
super difficult? Where
You said
like,
you could get to the
you're just gonna
top
get,
when
like,
they came to Hogsmeade.
wizard hit
That
squads
all
and
you
clap you.
needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who is this child? Are you not telling me?
But perhaps you shouldn't involve yourself with that just yet.
Let's go.
Ruh-roh. I mean, so if it's the 1800s, though, Dumbledore should still be alive, right? Like, or not still, but should be alive.
Enemies possess unique defensive and offensive abilities, including blasting curses, stunning spells, enchanted weaponry, and more. While some may attack directly, others might enchant and incapacitate you. Mastery of the shield charm allows you to deflect ranged spells and direct weapon strikes.
Defender!
Counterattack with powerful stunning charms, allowing you to follow up with extended spell combinations.
The combat looks great. It really does.
Students who become particularly adept at spellcasting will find many ways to exploit their enemy's weakness.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm a fan. The combat looks very cool.
Roast with Incendio. Devastate your enemies using various finishes. You can even use the mysterious, powerful magic your professors do not understand to obliterate your strongest foes.
Oh, shit.
Mixing and matching dozens of spells will let you define your combat style. On your path to become the ultimate duelist.
Huh. Oh, snap! I can't say enough good stuff about the
Perhaps
combat.
you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time.
In addition to classes and spells, you'll have access to a deep set of upgrades, talents, and skills to aid your progression as a wizard.
I like that.
Complete challenges throughout the world to earn
like
experience.
Skyrim meets Harry
Level
Potter.
up your abilities by choosing talents to upgrade your
So I'm
spells,
about it. That's
plants, and potions to increase their power. Decide which talents best fit your playstyle to allow you to focus on your favorite types of magic. You can also loot, buy, or craft your own magical gear that will increase your offensive and defensive capabilities in combat. Gear can be upgraded and specialized to allow for greater abilities for your chosen playstyle.
Use a strong, even motion when cutting your ingredients.
Very cool.
Spells are not the only tools at your disposal in combat. As you hone your wand skills, you can continue to further your magical education at Hogwarts, progressing your development as a witch or wizard. Brew potions that can increase your power when you need a boost. Grow and deploy magical plants to mob the battlefield and keep your enemies at bay. You can even unleash deadly mandrake seedlings to incapacitate unsuspecting enemies. In Beasts class, you will learn about a variety of magical beasts you might encounter, both at school and as you explore the world surrounding the castle and its grounds.
The goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely.
Learning and mastering broom flight is highly recommended so that you may travel around the world more quickly.
Okay.
I want you to do my herbology homework.
That's super cool, actually.
Some abilities may be taught to you by students who become your friends. As you develop relationships with these schoolmates, they can accompany you on your journey as your companions. And over time, you'll learn their stories.
I like that. I mean, it seems like a proper RPG.
Natsai Onai is a brave adventurer driven by the justice she seeks. Poppy Sweeting has a kind heart and loves magical beasts, connecting with them more easily than with humans.
What happens now?
Unafraid of detention or breaking the rules,
Sneaking in the restricted section again!
is Sebastian Sallow, a charismatic Slytherin.
We've been over this, boy. Dribblefix cannot reverse a curse.
With a troubling family secret.
Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
You'll meet these students and more as you explore common rooms, hallways between classes, and regular gathering areas.
Welcome to the Room of Requirement.
There's another very cool addition.
One of the most remarkable secrets of Hogwarts is known as the Room of Requirement. You're introduced to this space
like
that seems to
base.
sense what you need
That's
and then
dope.
provides it for you.
I mean, that's a great way to use it, obviously. It's like it's straight from the books. But
Since you need to catch up to your peers,
never
the
even
room
would've thought
provides
of it.
space for you to sow and harvest plants, brew potions, and upgrade your gear.
That is very cool.
A helpful house elf named Deke helps you discover vivariums that allow you to nurture your own menagerie of magical beasts.
What is it? Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out.
You can freely customize this space to reflect your personality and magical specialties.
Oh wow, there's way more depth here than I would have imagined.
For March Madness, the Dave single
An
is just
ad?
a plug in the Wendy's app. Reg.
I'm not getting paid for this.
Lunchtime, baby.
Lunchtime indeed, Rich.
Get a hot and juicy Dave single for just a buck in the app. Choose wise. Choose Wendy's.
$1. How sick
Not everything
is
you
that?
need on your journey is available at Hogwarts. You'll want to visit the nearby wizarding village of Hogsmeade, where loads of shops and vendors can provide you with the supplies you require.
Dude, I'm
Potion
saying
ingredients
they
and
really went
recipes
above and beyond here.
to seeds for magical plants to all sorts of gear. But Hogsmeade also has its dangerous side. A band of dark witches and wizards emboldened by the turmoil of the times wander the village
Very
outskirts. You must avoid them or defeat them. As you explore, you'll find the world surrounding Hogwarts is alive with activity, wonders, and areas of unusual interest.
This
As
is
the school
exciting.
year progresses,
I didn't expect
dynamic
to be this
seasons
enthralled
and
by this,
climates will
honestly.
fill the sky with lightning or sunshine, or coat the ground with snow or rain. Unique wizarding hamlets pepper the countryside, each with vendors and residents who have stories to tell.
Wow.
And missions with which they could use your assistance. Be on the lookout for enchanting magical puzzles that may very well have been designed by Merlin himself when he was a student at Hogwarts. Magical beasts roam the lands outside the castle walls. Some have been corrupted by a mysterious dark magic, while others are at risk of poachers and their traps. If you're feeling benevolent, you can rescue them and restore them to health in the Room of Requirement.
It's very, very fucking cool.
But there are dangers beyond your understanding in the world as well. Dungeons and vaults hold perilous threats and also untold rewards. Be careful where you choose to explore, as it may lead you down a darker path.
Oh, snap.
Master spells. Befriend new allies. Journey across a landscape never seen before. Uncover ancient secrets. Combat mystical threats. Learn long-forgotten mysteries. Become the witch or wizard you want to be as you leave your unique mark on the wizarding world. Here, in Hogwarts Legacy.
That is very cool. All about it. I am all about it. This year. Holy. Listen. There are so many good, great, amazing titles coming out at the end of this year. I don't know how I'm going to find time for all of them. I really don't. I'm excited. I'm thrilled. That game just hit my must playlist. I don't know how I'm going to have time to play it, though. This is coming out. Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out. Knock on wood. New Pokemon. Maybe new Mario. Not even sure about that one yet. Starfield is coming out. There's just so much that's going to hit at the end of this year. Just prepare your wallets. Start saving, boys. That's all I can say to you. Because that is... it's just stacked. That game, Harry Potter, though, specifically. Just a quick rundown of my feelings on what we just saw. First of all, the game looks incredible. It really, like, I hate to be cliche about it, but it really does look like Harry Potter meets Skyrim. And that's, I mean, you know, there's so many I mean, that's a great comparison, right? If you're the developers of this Harry Potter game, you want to hear that this is like Harry Potter meets Skyrim. Wouldn't it be crazy though if Harry Potter somehow, some way, Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy became one of the most talked about RPGs of the last decade? I mean, think about the year that we've had already, right? And the year that this is going to be with all the other games, right? Again, I can't say it enough. You've got Starfield, you've got Breath of the Wild 2, you've got God of War 2, or Ragnarok, right? You've got Elden Ring, you've got Horizon Forbidden West. That's just the short list of the Game of the Year contenders that we even know about. There's a ton of games that are not even announced yet that will hit this year from major developers. So to say that something like this is out there and it's this exciting, I mean, certainly there's a world where we see more about this game between now and whenever the actual release date hits, and it changes my opinion. But everything we just saw tells me that this is going to be a truly superior RPG game that I would be interested in. And I think most people, especially if you just didn't think about the fact that it was attached to Harry Potter, because like it or not, there are people who will avoid this because it's Harry Potter. If you divorced it from the fact that it is Harry Potter, you would get so many people deeply, deeply, deeply interested in this game. Unique combat, deep crafting and growing and customizing, several different means of travel via broom flight, creature raising and trading. What appears to be a very fleshed out story. A lot of diversity in terms of activities that you can do between class, between the actual story and progressing that, interacting with other students. I'm sure if there are brooms, you will get to play Quidditch, right? We saw the person riding the broom in Quidditch gear. I'm sure that's going to be a mini game in the game. Traveling this apparently massive countryside. I mean, there's so much to this game that we just saw in 15 minutes. I can't begin to tell you what I think that's going to amount to in terms of hours in a game. It's going to be plenty, right? I would say this game has to at least be a 40-hour game, if not much longer than that. And that's just what we've seen so far. I'm sure between now and whenever the game actually releases, we're going to see some more fleshed out details about some of the mechanics and all of that. So, I mean, we saw with the plant growing stuff, right? Some of those things had 25-minute timers on them and that sort of thing. So, I mean, you can just imagine, right? It's intended to be a game that you spend a lot of time in. Clearly, what I will say is I don't think, based on what we saw there, that this is going to be a multiplayer game. This does look like it's going to be a single-player game, but that could change too, right? I mean, I never thought that Elden Ring was going to have a multiplayer feature like it does, right? And with the depth that it has. So, certainly possible that they find some way to bring this game a multiplayer component, whether that's, maybe it's as simple as, playing Quidditch against other people that have the game. Who knows, right? But I think it looks great. I get the feeling that this is a game that if it delivers on all its promises, it's going to be something that people are going to be playing for years and talking about for years. Which its only uphill battle is the fact that it's going to be going up against tons and tons and tons of other major titles in the same genre this year. Every one of these games needs to be putting up a really, truly amazing fight. Let's just put it that way. So that's my thoughts on it. Let me know if you guys are going to play the game. after this, I feel like I'm obligated to. I don't know when I'm going to find time, but we will do it. So, yeah, that is what it is. I am very interested. Color me impressed.